Here we go. Welcome. I'm here with my AI coach, Darrell, and Darrell has been making some really great strides in the world of artificial intelligence for project managers. So here, Darrell is going to demonstrate to us the power of artificial intelligence. Darrell, tell us what you're going to show us today.
So what I'm going to show is a autonomous agents debating and developing a project schedule using earned value management techniques.
So we have two AIs taking
Yes.
on the two different roles. What are the two roles they're taking on?
The first role is a senior project manager who's in charge of overseeing the entire program and project in some capacity. And then the second agent is a project controller who's his expertise is in project controls using like EVM techniques.
Got it. So I'm gonna highlight this one right here. That's the controller. So you've seen that. And then we have the other role that Darrell mentioned. So Darrell, walk us through this simulation.
So as an overview, this is done using Python, and the back end of this platform is Visual Studio Code. So with those two platforms, that is the backbone of all AI agents, all large language models that you see out there or hear out there or even use besides ChatGPT. Bard or Gemini has been using it. You have Microsoft that's been using it, but they have their own environment, which is the Azure Labs or AI Labs. With this platform here, this code was not created by me. It was created by an open source community. And this program or this code is called Crew AI. So Crew AI is built for autonomous agents to either debate or create some sort of task that you are manually doing, but using AI agents to do it for you. So it's more like an agent of swarms. So
Hmm,
you have you have a number of chat GPTs doing it for you. So you give 5 chat GPTs just like a team, and you ask it to give you ask those 5 AIs to do specific tasks within that. So with this Crew
hmm,
AI, there's 2 agents in here that will be able to do the task that I'm asking it to do. So
got it.
once you once you start learning the code, and believe it or not, Phil, you don't have to learn Python or any other coding language. You just have to take that time to just understand the basics. And
Hmm.
I use ChatGPT to help me out with learning this code as far as the language and what exactly is in each line of coding.
Amazing.
So it's it's really amazing because even as a Joe the plumber like me, with this level of knowledge, this would take me years of schooling and years
Hmm.
of on-the-job training. But
Wow.
ChatGPT provided this opportunity, and it sped up the process of
This
me
is
learning.
mind-blowing. Can't wait to see what happens.
Yes, yes. So the role of the senior project manager, his goal is to oversee the costs, schedule, performance, risk, and operational control of the program or the project. And the objective is to land 3 NASA and 3 SpaceX astronauts on Mars in August 11th of 2025.
Hmm.
So why August 11th? Well, August 11th is um, Hans Driesnack's birthday.
Hmm.
So considering that, one of the pioneers of EVM, I
Yeah.
just threw it out there as far as,
Interesting.
that date.
Cool.
And scrolling to the left, it provides a backstory. So you give it the backstory or more like the resume of the project manager. And
Hmm.
with this scenario, he's more of a robust project manager within the with aerospace, commercial, and government um, um, entities.
Okay.
So I'm giving the project manager, those experiences in that way.
Mhm. Yeah.
So the journey is to provide and oversee the schedule um, using a technique called the magnetic project manager.
Mm.
So I added that in here. Once the project is considered to be off schedule or behind budget, the senior project manager will go in and provide the PMP laws of power in some way
Hmm.
using the magnetic project management technique.
Interesting. Cool. So how do
So,
you run it?
so I was going to go down and just give a little brief of the task.
Okay. Hmm.
So with each of the agents, there's a task that I'm giving it. So
Okay.
for the project manager is tasked to provide a project schedule or an integrated master schedule for a Mars mission called Project Atom to land astronauts on Mars on August 11th, 2025. Um, the contract start date is April 1st with a total budget of $969 million plus a fixed fee of $1.5 million. Then I'm telling the project manager that this project operates under a cost plus fixed fee contract. So his task is to carefully budget and monitor the financial part of the project and provide accurate reporting of all expenses.
Okay.
Um, and at the end of its task, it has to debate with the project controller of the probability of success of completing
Mm.
this schedule and rating it from 0% to 100%, meaning there's a 0% chance that this schedule will most likely succeed,
Hmm.
or 50% chance that this schedule will most likely succeed, or 100% saying that it will go well.
Got
So
it.
where it's grabbing its data, it's grabbing its data from DuckDuckGo search. So of course,
Okay.
the World Wide Web is pretty open. So it'll
Hmm.
go and you'll grab information of like Mars, NASA, everything that it's in here, it's going to grab what it's told to do. Going into the project controller, it's more detailed. So the project controller is tasked with creating a project schedule using PMP techniques or project management techniques. That's what we call it. Using Microsoft Project, um, Primavera P6 methods, adding
Okay.
the task name, the start date, finish date, actual start, actual finish, actual duration, and you got the work, percent complete, the logic,
Mm.
and I'm asking it
All the
to,
suspects.
yeah,
That's
monitor the
usual.
total slack and then the variance.
Mm.
And then one thing that we rarely do is the primary, secondary, and tertiary critical paths
Hmm.
of the project schedule. We we tend to focus more on the critical path,
Yeah.
vice the
True.
three critical paths. So I wanted to start using
Interesting.
that. Yeah, yeah. So um, with resources, I just threw out the marvels, the resources, and then the other additional task is providing a risk management plan
Mm.
using the quantitative risk management plan.
Okay.
Um, and
A
then
lot of
ending it with,
detail. Goodness.
yeah. Then going into the cost. So he's in charge of analyzing the cost.
Mm.
And then its final deliverable is a detailed report of the current status of the project schedule, along with a cost analysis report.
So it's going to simulate uh, what that would look like. It's going to use dummy data.
dummy data and learn from that dummy data.
Mm.
So with the project controller's last responsibility, he's going to go back to the senior project manager and debate whether or not this project will be a probability of success between 0 to 100.
Got it.
So from there, we open up a terminal and I'm going to scroll this one up just for the audience to see the execution of the code. So to
Mm-hmm.
execute the code in VS Code, there's a play button on the right side, top right corner.
Okay.
I normally press the drop down button or the drop down arrow, and there's several options that you can pick. I normally pick the run Python code because this opens up a new tab within the terminal. So once I click that, it'll run the code. And as you can see here, you have these boxes here. So it's on a third one. So right now it's trying to execute the code using a virtual environment.
Okay.
So it's using another large language model called LangChain. So it's grabbing information from that and pulling from DuckDuckGo as far as its search engine. Then right here, you see it understands the task. So both agents know what they're
Mm.
supposed to do.
On the same page, yeah.
So with this execution of code, it provides colors. So green and blue are
Mm.
the interaction between the two agents. So with this
Got it.
green lettering here, this is the summary of both agents. So after they given that task, which is up here, this is how they interpret the task.
Got it. Got it. Oh.
So it breaks it down at a high level, not detailed. It understands that hey, contract deliverables, resource allocations. It's even digging up the technical requirements, collaboration strategies, provides a risk management, contingency plans, and it even provides a forecast, um, a loss of funding throughout the life of the project, using a predictive analysis for a 30 days, 60 days, and a 90 days outlook.
Nice.
And then since the experience from the project controller is also government and aerospace, both agencies use IPM-DAR, the Integrated Program Management Data and Analysis Report, and NASA uses it along with SpaceX. I believe they use it as well. So the final deliverables will include that along with the KPIs as normal. So now it understands what it's told to do, and this is his outcome, both of their outcomes. So now they fully understand by replying back to me saying, after reviewing all the reports, we will debate and determine the final forecast of landing on Mars on the target start date. Let me just scroll this. Started August 11th, 2025, along with the probability of success. Given the expertise of his team and the detailed planning, I anticipate a high probability of success. So once that's done, the senior project manager does his analysis, just right here, and then it hands it off to the project controller.
Mm. Going back and forth, kind
Yeah,
of scanning the entire lay of the land.
yeah, which is something ChatGPT can't do at this point. It can't interact
That's
with
true.
another
That,
ChatGPT.
that's true. This is definitely ahead of the curve.
Yeah,
Now, this, Darrell, as far as any AI that exists that can do this, that's an off-the-shelf, GUI ready type of interface. Have you seen any that can do this?
I believe potentially IBM Watson can do this, but I know they're more focused on automation, like automating tasks and stuff, but not to this level. This is walking society to AGI, Phil.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely. Well, this has been extremely insightful, Darrell, and it's still going. Can you keep going down? So
Yeah, still going.
it's still running this simulation. I want you to
Yes.
scroll up so people can see. Now, I know that we got a lot of people that are not technical, but they understand this is pretty much a dialogue between two artificial intelligence beings. And it's going to get to the point where this becomes the norm. As you were saying, Darrell, you could have five of these. It's like 10x in your brain power when you have five of these AIs collaborating, as it were, to come up with a solution or a way forward. So this is extremely wild.
Hmm.
It's cutting edge. I know that there's very little traction on things like this on social media right now. So I want to say a massive well done to you for going this far. How many months have you been working on this still?
Uh, since December, actually, trying to understand how I can interact with the other agents and using swarms.
Mm-hmm. This is
So,
really awesome. I want people to know, for those people who have the propensity, because you know, Daryl, there's different levels of AI understanding and propensities. For people who want to go this far, that are looking for a coach, how can they get hold of you? Which email, which contact information is there? Because I know you got a YouTube, the
mhm.
Influence IPM YouTube. So that's there.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
what
they can
email?
they can check out my channel at Influence IPM. They can also email me at info@influenceipm.com.
Great. info@influenceipm.com. All right. We'll put all that information below. And if you wanted to give one last piece of advice to business people and project managers and the layman, let's take them one by one. Give some AI advice to business people.
AI is here to stay, and it's it's growing as we speak.
Mm. Project managers, Darrell, PMPs, Prince 2s, Scrum people, Agile people, what would you say?
Being able to be confident in ourselves to talk out loud of telling the audience that we're using AI in our tasks. Like for example, building a schedule. If we have that confidence in ourselves as PMs to be like, okay, before we get started with this meeting, I use ChatGPT to produce this product with the
Mhm.
assistance of ChatGPT. If we can get to that point, I think we're going to be in a great start.
I think so too. And then a layman, what advice would you have for just Joe Blogs off the street?
AI will learn and it will continue to learn, and don't believe the conspiracy theories out there.
Thank you so much, Darrell. Influence IPM. Darrell is my AI coach. I got into the world of AI in project management and other applied areas as a result of Darrell's coaching, showing me the way in GPT, showing me the way in Midjourney. And if you are looking for help, for traction in your AI game, if your AI game is lame or it's weak, this is the man that can help you. Just hit him up and he will get you into that space, that thinking space that you're looking to be in. Thank you very much, Darrell. I appreciate
Bill,
you so
before
much.
we end, I wanted to end with the what's in it for me, or the best bang for your buck. So
Mm,
with this code that has recently run within this session, before we started recording, we ran a previous code with the same knowledge. Every single time I run the code, it provides different information, and it
mm,
learns from its previous information that it provides before. So
mind blowing.
yeah, so once I redo the code, or once I hit the code again, this will be here, but it'll be used in a different context. Like it'll provide a chart with a project schedule. in Python. So that's one thing that's pretty fascinating about this tool. Whoever created this, very special shout out to whoever created this Crew AI.
Truly awesome. And a shout out to you, Darrell, for bringing it to the masses because this is stuff you hear about in fiction. Now you're making it a reality. We can actually
Yeah,
see AIs go at it like for a sustained amount of time. GPT and Gemini aren't even here yet.
no,
I
no,
get probably the next 2 years, they might, there might be this kind of solution, but I see this as being a wildly helpful solution for business people, for those looking to do multiple iterations of ideas that humans cannot do this quickly, this articulately. It's truly impressive.
yes, yes. And believe it or not, the YouTube algorithm brought me to Crew AI because
Mhm.
a lot of marketers and a lot of YouTube content creators are using this type of AI to automate specific YouTube videos or LinkedIn posts or even Twitter and so forth. So I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of that on YouTube. There's nothing on project management or even
Yes.
to build a mission to Mars as what Elon
Mm,
Musk is trying to do. You know, what are the realities of doing that? You know, so
absolutely.
figured I try to just do something different than the crowd.
It's phenomenal. And honestly, Daryl, I can't wait to see where this takes you. For those who don't know, you got one app on earned value and you're working on another app on PMP. And we're bound to see more apps from you in the App Store. But how can they find your EVM app?
If you have an Apple iPhone, you can find Atom, the EVM bot, by typing in your search bar in the Apple App Store. EVM bot, all one word.
Got it, got it. So Daryl, let's put on just let's have the email address one more time for those who didn't get it. What's your email address one more time?
It's info@influenceipm.com.
Okay, let's put it right there on the screen so everybody can see it. And that's it. info@influenceipm.com. Again, if you need coaching, training, and help in the area of artificial intelligence, you're just getting into it. You need someone who can take you, or maybe even your organization further. If you're looking for someone who can also train you and coach you and mentor you, if you are a project manager and you're looking to get great in scheduling, Darrell can help you in all things project controls. He's great in Microsoft Project and Primavera. He has lots of experience. He's PMP certified and he's been working in government for a while. So this is the guy. If you are at a roadblock, this is the man that can help you. All right. Thank you very much, Darrell. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you, everybody.